Welcome to the mystery. Maybe you do not know. I am Maria. Wish you a good day. Mysterious myths about ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt has always hidden the mysterious story, the mystery that scientists, archaeologists want to explore discovery. Among the mysteries of Egyptian civilization are the myriad of myths and legends handed down completely wrongly about this ancient civilization. 1. The beauty of Queen Cleopatra. Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt, has always been a famous historical figure with glamorous beauty. This idea has existed in almost everyone from Shakespeare to film director Joseph L. Mankiewicz. However, Roman coins show that Cleopatra has masculine lines, a large nose, protruding chin and thin lips. Not any of the archetypes of the culture are beautiful in appearance. On the other hand, according to some notable sources, Cleopatra is very intelligent, as opposed to outside beauty. 2. Obsessed with death. Learn about ancient Egypt with pyramids, mummies and gods. It's easy to come to the conclusion they are obsessed with death. The way in which the Egyptian burials are really a way of celebrating life. For example, illustrations depicted inside graves are agricultural worship, hunting and fishing. Moreover, expensive jewelry buried with the Egyptians helped them reach the afterlife where they continue their current job without any difficulty. Chiming is a way to keep the dead alive, ready for the idealized form of everyday life. Obviously the Egyptians are obsessed with life, not death. 3. Execute. There are some who believe that the Egyptians were exposed to aliens. They accuse the pyramids of being sublime accomplishments and some of the murals depicting places beyond the earth. This may have offended the legacy of the ancient Egyptians. While the pyramids of Giza are astounding mathematical achievements, works by sophisticated astronomers, scholars and architects of the time. And while the pyramids acted as the highest structure in nearly 4,000 years, it does not mean that the Egyptians were friends with aliens. It simply means that no culture can match the Egyptian monumental structure until the 19th century. 4. Completely explored. Many believe we have discovered everything about ancient Egypt. This is completely inaccurate. The fascinating discoveries of ancient Egypt are still being carried out daily to shed new light on their civilization. For example, a solar boat is currently being extracted from the pyramid. This solar boat is said to allow the bodies of the pharaohs to support the sun god Ra in battle with Apep, the demon of eternal darkness. Every night, Ra raises his solar sail to fight with Apep, and at dawn, Ra will rise with victory and travel in the sky. 5. Hieroglyphics. People seem to think that the ancient Egyptians invented pictograms. However, the original hieroglyphs may have been propagated to Egypt by Westerners. Another legend holds that hieroglyphs are a language of curses and miracles. In fact, most pictographs are used for inscriptions or historical depictions. Curse is rarely found in the tombs, and almost all the sentences, "Your life will be reduced or you will not have an heir." Interesting, until Rosetta Stone was discovered in 1798, and then translated, most scholars believe that the hieroglyphs illustrate not the phonetic alphabet to form an alphabet. 6. Decoration in the pyramid. The figurines occupy a large part of the interior of many ancient tombs and palaces of Egypt. But contrary to legend, the pyramids are hardly ornamented. Indeed, until recently the pyramids at Giza were thought to be completely bare inside. This assumption was broken when the hieroglyphics were found behind a secret door in the Great Pyramid a few months ago. In addition, the pyramids were not entirely colored limestone 4,000 years ago. Some sections, such as interior pillars, were painted in red or white. The paint and the mysterious text make the pyramids very simple. Architecture is mostly cement, and the pyramids are the oldest and the most popular stone buildings in the world. 7. Pharaohs kill servants. When the kings died, their servants were not killed and buried in the same way as most people believed, with the exception of some exceptions. The two kings of Egypt's first dynasty were known for burying their servants with them. The general trend of mankind has led to legend. Later kings may recognize that their trustworthy servants are more useful in life than death. So instead of the servants are the statues buried with the master to help the pharaoh in the afterlife. 8. The slaves-built pyramid. The idea of building the pyramids in Egypt has been circulating since the Greek historian Herodotus reported in the 5th century BC. This was confirmed to be false when the tomb containing the remains of the pyramid builders was found next to the pyramids of Giza. To be buried next to the king is the greatest honor, never granted to the slaves. In addition, the large number of bones unearthed at Giza show that beef, a dish in ancient Egypt, was the primary food of the builders. Building the pyramids must clearly be skilled craftsmen of Egypt, not slaves as people think. 9. Curse of the Pharaohs. The curse for those who opened Pharaoh Tutankhamun's grave was a triumph of publicity. This legend is about a curse by Tutankhamun that killed the donor Lord Carnarvon and other members of the expedition. Although some theories have been put forward as a result of a dangerous fungus and gases accumulated inside the tomb, the deaths still do not have an explanation. Only 8 of the 58 explorers discovered the grave had died within 12 years. The Carter expedition leader has lived for over 16 years. Other coincidences are a case in favor of biases. Any misfortune that occurs to anyone in the expedition is attributed to the pharaoh's curse. The curse is a prime example of motivating people to believe in an interesting story instead of facts. 10. Worship the cat. The Egyptians love all animals. Among them, cats are the most sacred animals, playing an important role in the spiritual life of people here for a long time. The reason for this is because of the protection god based at that Egyptians worship in the shape of a cat. For the Egyptians, the bright eyes of the cat at night are like the moonlight in the dark night. And if there is a fire in the house, the cat will be the first priority to be saved. When a cat dies, all members of the family will mourn by shaving their eyebrows. They do this to express sadness when the sacred animal dies. If someone kills a cat, even if it is unintentionally, he or she will also face the anger of the masses of Egyptians. Accordingly, this person will be punished by being thrown into a pit full of poisonous snakes. The ancient Egyptians also mummified and buried the dead cat at a cat cemetery along with mice. In 1888, a farmer discovered 80,000 cat mummies in a large tomb. This is one of the most valuable objects to serve the study of the life of ancient Egyptians. 11. Treat your skin with gold. The Egyptians used to have a secret to nourish their beauty as a goddess. It was not until the late 20th century that this secret was decoded in France. During the study, archaeologists found that many of the remains of aristocratic Egyptians contained pure gold. It turned out that the ancients had sewed tiny gold threads down to the bottom of their skin for a youthful, elastic, flat wrinkle and gave the skin a slightly sparkling, bright. 12. Spiritual world in Egyptian culture, Hell Duat. Egyptian ancient reliefs mention a place called the Duat. Duat is governed by Osiris, dragon god, the god of life and death. This is a place quite similar to Earth, but there are many strange elements such as lake and iron wall. In order to reach the Duat, the soul must pass 7 doors, guarded by half-human monsters, half-animals with very strange names such as, blood drinkers from the slaughterhouse or from his hind legs. After passing through the other doors, the heart of the dead will be placed on a balance and balanced by the goddess Maut's feather. If the person is pure and honest, the heart will be as heavy as the feather. At this time, they will be entering the realm of Osiris. If the heart is heavier, the heart is not pure and so ambitious, then they will be eaten by Maut the devil, and the soul will be punished according to the law. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to follow other videos. Goodbye and see you again.